Some voices not only sing about love, but they also bleed it. In the early 90s, a single voice stood out. It was vulnerable, sad, and deeply honest. That voice came from the heart, soul, and emotional center of the R&B group Intro. And long before the world understood his pain, he was already telling us everything. This is a story about one of the most vulnerable voices R&B have ever produced. The centerpiece of today's video is all about Greene. Now before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out on any more uploads. Now without further ado, let's cue that intro. Greene didn't sound like any other R&B singer of his era. While the early 90s was filled with smooth perfection and romantic confidence, Kenny's voice carried hesitation, cracks, and emotional weight. Born on January 17, 1969 in Detroit, Michigan, Greene grew up in a gospel-loving family and sang in church. By the age of 18, he enlisted into the Army, where he met and befriended his future group member, Buddy White. While in the Army, Greene continued to sing and play piano at talent shows. His gift was interpretation, making listeners feel like the song was happening to them in real time. That emotional openness would become his signature and eventually his burden. After leaving the military, Greene moved to New York, where he formed the group Intro with Buddy White and Jeff Sanders. This was a group that was built on harmonies, mood, and late-night emotion. From the beginning, it was clear Intro had harmonies, but Kenny, he had the story. His voice sat at the center, trembling, yearning, and exposed. As a member of the R&B group Intro, Greene wrote and produced many of the group's tracks, and he was the lead vocalist. When Intro released songs like Come Inside, that peaked at number 33 on the pop charts and number 9 on the R&B charts, a song, in my opinion, that I feel could touch any emotion, a cover of Stevie Wonder's A Ribbon in the Sky, that peaked at number 11 on the R&B charts. And Let Me Be the One, that peaked at number 23 on the R&B charts. These songs made the audience feel something different. Intro's debut album brought the group real success, peaking at number 65 on the Billboard 200 charts and number 11 on the R&B charts, also going certified gold. In 1995, the group released a second album titled New Life. This album peaked at number 86 on the Billboard 200 charts and number 16 on the R&B chart. The group also appeared on Eddie F and the Untouchables collaboration album Let's Get It On in 1994, where their song Never Again was released as a single. The success of the group put Kenny in a vulnerable position. Night after night, he sang songs rooted in longing, insecurity, and fear of abandonment, emotions that mirrored his real life. Unlike many frontmen, Kenny didn't hide behind bravado. He leaned into his sensitivity, even when it made listeners uncomfortable. That honesty connected deeply with fans, especially those who felt unseen, misunderstood, or emotional fragile. Kenny became the voice for feelings that people didn't know how to say out loud. Kenny worked with many artists and wrote songs for a then unknown Mary J. Blige, such as Reminisce,
All the days and ways of love we made, I still feel the heat.
and Love No Limit. For his work with Blige, Greene won the Songwriter of the Year award for the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers. Greene also worked with artists such as Soul For Real, Man of Vision, Jason Reaver, Father MC, The Real Seduction, Christopher Williams, Will Smith, Cameron, and 98 Degrees, to mention a few. In 1998, the singer had appeared on Cameron's album Confessions of Fire and AZ's album Pieces of a Man. The last recording of Greene was in early 2001 when he provided background vocals for Tyrese on the song For Always for his album 2000 Watts. Behind the scenes, Kenny was carrying something far heavier than heartbreak. He was a bisexual man during a time where this can break your career. At a time where fear, stigma, and misinformation surrounding HIV and AIDS, Kenny Greene was living with the virus, largely in silence. During all of this, he continued to record and perform while battling his declining health. This came with emotional stress and the pressure to appear normal in an industry that offered little protection or compassion. The pain in his voice wasn't metaphorical, it was real. As the years passed, Intro's presence faded and Kenny's health worsened. As the industry moved on, Kenny's recordings remained frozen in time, stood aching, stood honest. On October 1st, 2001, at just the age of 32, Kenny Greene sadly passed away due to complications related to AIDS. The news barely made headlines, but one of the most messed up parts of his story is allegedly his family didn't attend nor fund his funeral due to his sexuality. For those who knew his voice, it was clear that this loss was devastating for R&B. Chart positions or awards don't measure Kenny Greene's legacy. It measures by connection. His voice gave permission to feel vulnerable in a genre that often rewards strength and perfection. He represents a generation of artists who lost too soon, not just to illness, but to silence, stigma, and a lack of protection. Now, before we go, I have a few questions for you all. What is your favorite song by Intro? Or what is your favorite song that Kenny Greene wrote? Before I go, I want to take a second to promote my Discord. Over here, I provide a safe space for my supporters. We discuss music of all genres. You can provide me feedback on recent uploads, etc. If that interests you, then go ahead and check me out. The link is in my bio. While I have y'all here, if you would like to support the channel further, then feel free to become a member. By doing so, you help make these videos possible. I thank each and every one of you who supported me along this journey.